Hello, everyone. Welcome to International Undergraduate and Graduate Students Enrollment Campaigns of College of Stomatology, Xi'an University. First of all, welcome to pay attention to our university. I am the Vice Dean and Dr. Ang Li. He is our Dean of the hospital. Dr. Ang Li is the Dean of Dental Hospital of Xi'an University. Also, he is a director of key laboratory of Shanxi province for craniofacial precision medicine research of Xi'an University. And now also he is a doctoral and postgraduate supervisors. And this is me. I am also the vice dean who is in charge of teaching for all the students. And now I will talk more about our city, our university, and also our dental school. This is a location where we in China, in the middle of China, Xi'an city. Xi'an city, it is one of the 4 ancient capitals of the world with profound historical heritage, and one of the best international image cities in China, and also the 9 national central cities in China. There are being 12.9 million promoted residents in Xi'an University, and those pictures are some places in Xi'an. If you come to Xi'an, you will know this, and I believe that you will have a good time in those places, those sceneries. And Xi'an University left is a history of Xi'an University. In 1896, Xi'an University was founded, and in 1984, it is one of the 7 national key universities. And in 1995, one of the first batch of 15 key universities in the National 211 project. And in 1998, it is the first 9 key universities in the national project. From this, you can see that Xi'an University, it is the top 10 universities in China. Now it is the first-class universities and disciplines in the world. We have 72 undergraduate majors, 41 master degrees authorization points, and 32 doctoral degree authorization points, and 30 postdoctoral mobile stations, and others. You may find we have lots of students, teachers, and libraries. All those help you to have a good study career in Xi'an. Xi'an University, from the view of the world, it is ranked 11th in the QS mainland China ranking in 2019. And those are the others ranking of the world universities. Now, our university have 4 campuses covering a total area of about 5.33 million square meters, and a total construction area of 4.2 million square meters. We have the 4 campuses in Xinqing, Qujiang, Yanta, and also the West China Science and Technology Innovation Harbor. Also, we call it A Harbor. This is a building where we're learning the library, the football field, the research group, platform of dental school, and also the dormitory and the canteen. And this building is the headquarters of the dental hospital. We have one headquarters of dental hospital, and also we have a center, a new center. The new center is named the Dental and Maxillofacial Development Management Center. And also we have four clinics, department clinics. Here is a video about this new center. This center is very near, close to us. It's about 300 meters away from the main buildings. And this is the address of the hospital. Now, our hospital is a third grade class A stomatology hospital. It is the highest level in China, which integrating medicine, medical treatment, teaching, scientific research, and prevention. There are around 5 stomatology dental hospitals, which directly under the National Health Commissions. Ours is one of the 5. So we can get a lot of support from the National Health Commission. Now I will introduce the hospital from the following. Part 1, Development History of Stomatology. In 1937, Peking University Health Science Center moved to Shanxi during the anti-Japanese War. And from 1937, our hospital has our roots. And those years, in 1985, we established a college and hospital of stomatology. And 2000 year, approved by the State Council, merged into Xi'an Jiaotong University. And now we have students from undergraduates, postgraduates, doctoral students, international students, all the students from the world. Now the hospital is a first class undergraduate specialty construction point. Part 2, current status of hospital development. The current status of hospital development are showing as these 6. It is National Health Commission continuing medical education base, National Standards Residence Training Center, and also GCP base, and the others. Those pictures shows the professional certification in dentistry in the past. In 2011, the first batch passed the dental professional certification of the Ministry of Education. And in 2019, undergraduate program of stomatology was certified by the Thai Ministry of Education without additional conditions. And it is the first undergraduate institution in China to receive this certification. That is to say, our students graduated from our school can pass the exams in Thailand, and they receive that degree. Department of Teaching and Research, we have 9 departments in teaching: orthodontics, oral and maxillofacial surgery, prosthodontics, oral implantology, oral prevention, periodontology, endodontics, oral biology, and pediatric stomatology. And also we have students from all these disciplines. We have 134 full-time teachers, 13 doctoral supervisors, and 28 master supervisors. You may find their CVs, their introductions on the website. Part 3, platform construction. The experimental teaching demonstration center of Shanxi province started from 2012, and the virtual simulation teaching experiment center of Shanxi province start from 2017. Those pictures shows the surgical simulation training system, the dental virtual training system, the clinical practice training system, and also the microscopic digital display system. These are some teaching equipments for students. And we will train students from different angles, different levels, such as basic skills, sketch, device identification, tooth carving, hand stabilization, mirror training, and others. Below are some works made by the students. We have the research platform, Shanxi Province K Laboratory of Craniomaxillofacial Precision Medicine Research, Clinical Research Center for Dental and Maxillofacial Disease of Shanxi Province, Dental and Jaw Disease, Oral and Craniomaxillofacial Research Institute. Also, the hospital has established a stomatology research center with research platforms such as cellular and molecular biology, histobiology, and three-dimensional digital diagnosis. Those are the directions of the research for your students. Those equipments can help you do research like a bone biology analysis system, desktop scanning electron microscope, and the others. And these are some research achievements of scientific. And part 4, students cultivation. In 2014, College of Stomatology, Jiaotong University began to recruit international students. At present, our college has 107 international students in 5 grades. International students come from 14 different countries. The bachelor program with the goal of improving students' post competence, innovation, practical teaching will run through the whole process of stomatology education. The education system is 6 years, and you will receive the degree of bachelor degree. And the first year is a language course, first year and 2, and all 6 years. It is a pity that the coronavirus gives us so much challenges. So some students cannot go and come to China nowadays. The educational system for the master program is 3 years, and you will receive the degree of master degree. During this degree, you can go to clinical practice, and also you can do some research program. The talented training model and characteristics, the colleague established an expert supervisor group from the quality of postgraduate education and teaching, referring to as a colleague level supervision program. And these are the procedures, the report pictures. And also students can go out to join the meeting to publish their works, their scientific results. Here are some photos showing when they get the degree, or they are talking about their research making and in presentation. Part 5, international exchange. International students come to our universities like the undergraduates and some postgraduates. And also at the same time, our students, Chinese students, will go out to their universities for the exchange program. And then nowadays, recently, I talked to the director of the international students in UBC and Alberta University in Canada, and they will we will build an exchange program for the students. Here are some students where they show their labs, their new universities. And the students make a report in the academic conference. Okay, that's all the introduction about the universities. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, you may talk to our teachers and can send us an email. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thanks for the speech from Dr. Dandan Pei. I believe all the students have got some useful information from the promotion, because the promotion is really detailed information for Stomatology Hospital and the international students and the international exchange program. So now, everyone, if you got questions, you may test in the chat room, or you may also hands up, and I will let you to speak. And Dr. Pei Dandan, can you see the students' question from the chatting room?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, okay, so you may, okay, maybe we can work together to see the questions. And the first question is from Code. He asked, do you offer scholarship for MBBS? Well, for dentistry, we call it as BDS, shorted as Bachelor of Dental Surgery. So it is called BDS. For MBBS is for clinical medicine, shorted as Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. So you asked for scholarship for MBBS. I believe you want to ask the scholarship for dentistry. Well, I have to tell you that unfortunately, we do not offer scholarship for both MBBS and BDS taught in English. However, we do have the Chinese government scholarship for the MBBS and BDS taught in Chinese, but that program is only for the students apply through the embassy, not to the university. So if you want to apply to our university directly for the MBBS and BDS, there is no scholarship. Okay, this is the first question. And the second question, does the university offer scholarship for a master in stomatology? Well, we do. We do offer different kinds of scholarships for master and in stomatology? The third question, greeting, is today's meeting only for medical interested students? Well, yeah, today the meeting is only for students, especially for students who are interested into the dentistry program. And we do have other kinds of promotions. You may focus on our media for the further information if you are interested into the other programs. And then scholarship for orthodontics in English language. Yeah, like I said, we do offer this scholarship. Any scholarship available for clinical masters? And the same question, so I will just skip this. Do you offer partial scholarship for clinical medicine? If no, what is the full tuition cost? Well, the scholarship is different from the CSC to the university level. For the CSC, and you may get everything for free. But for university scholarship, it depends on the types of what scholarship you got. For the details, you may know it from our website. And then if I finish DDS, I believe it's BDS. If I finish BDS, what degree should I apply for in your university? Well, you can apply for the Master of Stomatology in our university to continue your study. Okay. Thank you very much, and best of luck. I will study. I will stay tuned. Thank you. Thank you for your listening. And where can I find information about scholarship for clinical masters? Well, you can find the information from our university's website. Just Google it for Xi'an University School of International Education. And thank you for that information. Well, Dr. Pei Dandan, until now, the students are mainly asked these questions for application and the scholarship. I helped to answer all of the questions, and there's no more new questions. Maybe, okay, there's one more. May I know if your university offers specialization program for master degrees such as oral and maxillofacial surgery? And Professor Dandan Pei, could you please help to answer this question? That that one student from Calvin, he asked if the hospital offer specialization program for a master degree, such as oral and maxillofacial surgery.
Okay, we will not in the past we mainly enroll the bachelor the postgraduate students, and nowadays from this year we start enroll the doctoral students and the master students, and we will give the information on the website later on, and all the informations and the information about the teachers we will be showing on the website.
Wow, that is really a good news, right? Because I know students like 2 years ago, students can only study for a master in stomatology hospital, yeah. But while now students even can study for PhD in stomatology hospital, right?
Yeah, that's
wow,
right.
That is really good news, because some students, they do want us to continue this study in our university because your hospital has gained high reputation among the students. They want us continue, but there's no PhD available at that time, so students can only just change their major into other subjects like public health. But right now, students are not necessary to change that. They can just continue their study in your hospital. Right, yeah, that is really a good news. Okay, and we got another question from Janice. Has China opened its border for international students? Well, until now, China has not opened the border for international students, only for students from Korea. Until now, we only heard that information. But anyway, this is the same instructions for the universities all over China, and we have to listen to the government instrument. So later, if we can, we will inform the students as soon as possible. And question from Justin D. Wu Yuxuan, maybe Chinese students. Thank you for the lovely presentation. As a current BDS student, would like to ask if there is any short courses or workshop available as of now or even the near future. Well, Dr. Dandan Pei, I believe the students are really interested into the study for stomatology, and they want to know if there's any short courses or workshop available from your hospital.
I'm sorry that we don't have such programs nowadays, but we will in plan for the near future.
Okay, that is also a good chances for students. They wanna just short visit our hospital for some knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And let me see. Well, like I just said, everyone, we still got some time. If you do have questions, you may just tap it in the chat room. If you want to speak directly, you may just hands up in the chatting room, and I will let you just ask the professor directly. Well, until now, we don't have any new information. There's no questions from the students. Well, let's just wait for another 5 minutes because we know that Dr. Dandan Pei is the vice dean of Stomatology Hospital, and she is very busy for the work. And today we are really honored to have her in our meeting. So we just want to keep you for 5 more minutes for the meeting. yeah, maybe. So Dr. Dandan Pei, can you talk about something about the international teaching requirement for the students? Like, do you get some useful information for students who want to study in our university in the stomatology hospital to be a good student, what they need to do?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your question. And now I would like to share some my experience when I study abroad. And when I study in USA, you know that when I go to a foreign country, the food, the living styles, the everything, but including the language, they are not my familiar ones. So the first of all is build your confidence and um, go join them as soon as possible. And do not afraid for all the challenges from difference, and do not complain. That's the most important. So if you come to China, apply Xi'an Jiaotong University, I think the first of all, the first thing is no complain and just yourself. You can join us in the living, in the learning, in the working, in all the stuff. And that's the first thing. And the second, I advice is I suggest learn some languages, the Chinese languages. It's important for your students because you know that dentistry is a clinical, it is a clinical. You may go to the clinics and communicate with the patients. The patients can only speak Chinese. So if you don't know Chinese language, you cannot communicate with the patients, and the patients won't trust you, and you cannot get the practice chance in the clinic. So that's a really pity for you. So language learning is very important. So Chinese language. And for the master degree, the PhD degree, uh, even though the students can speak English, but our mother language is not English. So some teachers they cannot express their ideas very clearly in English. So for the master degree and the doctoral degree, I think the language is the base, and also communicate with your classmates, roommates, and the other classmates. They will help you in the language, in the research, and communicate with your tutors, supervisors as often as possible, so you can get more and more advice, directions from their opinions. That's all. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Dandan Pei. That's really a fully detailed information for the students. Well, there's one point from my side, I believe it's really important for the students to master the Chinese language, because like there's one question during your answer. One student asked like if they got chances to practice in the hospital. Well, you just explained in your instructions, like the language is really important, because when you study for a dentistry, you have to learn it in the real patient, the treatment, and you
Yeah, for a whole year.
Oh, wow, for a whole year. And
Yeah.
all the patients are Chinese people, and the doctors will only taught with the patients with Chinese language. So if students do not understand any Chinese, it really will be hard for the students to learn the subject. So for students who study for bachelor degree, which is BDS, like I just said, the first year, the university mainly teach the students for Chinese language, and altogether, the study duration is 6 years. So the first year for Chinese language, and the first year, and the second year, and the third year, they will learn some basic medicine knowledge. And I believe from the fourth year until the sixth year, they will get 3 years to study the major knowledge related to stomatology. And for the master students, if they do not have HSK4 certificate, HSK4 certificate is the Chinese language level. If you do not have that certificate, you have to study for 1 year in the master degree. Like the master degree is for 3 years, but the first year you have to study Chinese language only in our university, and then you will spend other 3 years. So altogether, the study duration for master students will be 4 years if you do not have Chinese language certificate. If you apply for PhD, there's no other requirement. Even you do not understand Chinese, but you do not need to study for 1 year Chinese language. And well, that's some more information. And we do got another student, Livia. He asked, hello, I'm from Indonesia. I wanted to ask if I got accepted, could I postpone my study until the border for international studies is opened? Well, if you are accepted, you may apply that from the instructor of School of International Education. But that situation for us here, we cannot answer this question for you, because Professor Dandan Pei is the professor. She mainly for teaching, and I am the working in the admission office. We just deal with the admission. For the students affairs, like to postpone the studies, you may contact the instructor distributed after you got admission, okay? And then another question, hi, thank you, professor, is the teaching and the research done in English or Chinese language? Well, this courses is for English, but like we just suggested, you are highly recommended to learn Chinese language? Is there any minimum requirement for the Chinese language as HSK? Well, I answered your question just now. HSK 4 is the basic information. Well, until now, there's no more questions, but still, like our professor Dandan Pei just mentioned, if you do have some other questions, you may follow us in the email. You may even follow us in the social media from YouTube, Facebook, Ins, and you may ask our question from there. And you can also visit our website and to contact us or contact the School of Stomatology Hospital, even Dr. Dandan Pei through the email. Dr. Dandan Pei, do you have other words for our students?
Good luck for all the students, and I hope to see you guys in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I believe your time is really special. So thank you again for the promotion, and thanks for all the listeners in the meeting today. Okay, bye everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.